Poor Things is a movie that is full of intrigue, that has people talking all around the world. It has Emma Stone as lead and Mark Ruffalo and Willem Dafoe in the supporting roles. Yo, Andrew here. In today's video about Poor Things, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I'm going to give you a shorter version of what this film is about, and if you care enough, I have about 8 minutes worth of a deep dive that you might also enjoy. So, stick around. Here is a simple premise of Poor Things for the short attention spanners. A pregnant self-deletion victim is brought back to life by a mad scientist, replacing her brain with the premature brain of her unborn child. So that's the weird premise for this movie, albeit quite intriguing because I already have a few questions, and if you have a few questions too, then let's go for a deep dive, shall we? It'll be fun and informative. Now, first of all, I gotta come clean. I'm a huge Yorgos Lanthimos fanboy. He's a Greek filmmaker known to flirt with the human psyche that hides behind society, and he does that with uniquely framed cinematography, deadpan acting, with stilted speech, black comedy. It's just magnificent to observe his work. He has an affinity with the bizarre, and his films are very unique, the envy of many filmmakers, me included. Now, this latest film, Poor Things, is no exception. This movie will stick with you. It's absolutely nuts. So let's do the plot to this movie. This film is based on a 1992 novel by Alistair Gray. This film is a period sci-fi, a modern twist on the classic Frankenstein, where Yorgos seemed to Wes Anderson better than Wes Anderson ever Wes Anderson. Seriously, Wes, I love your work, but you got out Wes Anderson on this one. This film shares an incredible tale and fantastical evolution of Bella Baxter, played by Emma Stone, who is also a producer in this film. Emma Stone plays a young woman brought back to life by a brilliant, unorthodox scientist, Dr. Goodwin Baxter, played by the excellent Willem Dafoe. Under Baxter's protection, Bella is eager to learn. Hungry for the worldliness she is lacking, Bella runs off with Duncan Wedderburn, played by the wonderful Mark Ruffalo, a slick and debauched lawyer who takes advantage of her sexual naivety. Free from the prejudice of her times, the pair embark on a world tour, allowing Bella to explore the world and her sexuality away from God's prying eyes and ears, before she returns to her betrothed Dr. Max McCandles, played by Ramy Youssef. Now, I know I usually give you guys some cons, but I truly don't have any cons for this movie because it's an experimental type of film and there is no exact measurement for weird, albeit good weird. I seriously have no cons for this film, and if you meet anyone who has cons for this film, they're being absolutely pretentious, or they haven't actually watched this film, or they're just jumping on the bandwagon just to hate for hating's sake. Now, it's not lost to me that some people might complain about the amount of nudity and sex, but these people are possibly conservatives and potential religious fanatics, and they shouldn't even be watching this movie in the first place. Out there in the world, you may have heard some whispers that this film features some child interference themes. I can't use the P word right here on YouTube, but I would say I do understand what those people are saying. It makes absolute sense, but at the same time, I think it's a bit absurd. Just watch the movie for what it is. It's not that deep, but I get it. And with that said, here are some pros I have outlined for this wonderfully weird film. Pro number 1. As I mentioned earlier, the cast. The film's tagline, "She's like nothing you've ever seen," can also be referring to Emma Stone's remarkable performance in this film. I hope she wins an Oscar. I really do. Watching her embody the infantile nature of Bella and watching her evolution throughout the film is absolutely mesmerizing. Oh, and actually she won a Golden Globe for this. Pro number 2. Mark Ruffalo was superb in his role despite his fears. He dove right into the role and displayed the perfect balance of comedic timing and drama. Mark Ruffalo has worked with the likes of Russo brothers, then Shawn Levy, Yorgos Lanthimos, and Bong Joon-ho in a sci-fi film Mickey 17 due to be released this year. This man has range. He doesn't look it, but he does have range. Pro number 3. Yorgos reached out to Ramy for the role of Dr. Max McCandles. Of course, Ramy's response to that was, "I don't care what's on the PDF, I'm in. I don't drink, and I will do a beer commercial with you. That's where I'm at with this ask." If you've ever watched Ramy the TV show on Hulu written by Ramy Youssef himself, you will agree with me that the character is a Muslim American version of Dr. Max McCandles. They are pretty much the same character. He was absolutely well cast for this role. Pro number 4. Willem Dafoe is in the supporting role in this film, a phenomenal actor who doesn't disappoint, who plays the stern yet paternal unorthodox scientist Dr. Goodwin Baxter, affectionately called God by Bella. Pro number 5. There's a tiny appearance of Margaret Qualley, you may know as Andie MacDowell's daughter. I'm sure she would absolutely hate that reference because she would, love to be her own woman. Or you may have seen her in a wonderful Netflix series called Maid. I highly recommend it. You should go and see that series. Margaret Qualley makes a tiny but haunting appearance in this film, and she must have made an impression with Yorgos, as she will be starring in Yorgos' upcoming film, Kinds of Kindness, together with Willem Dafoe and even Emma Stone. It seems as though Mr. Lanthimos has found his favorites. Pro number 6. The look and feel of this film is wonderful. It truly feels like a fever dream. All the sets filmed on were purpose-built to give an authentic yet surreal feeling without using CGI. Pro number 7. The cinematographer Robbie Ryan worked with Yorgos Lanthimos on The Favourite and will also join the crew on the next film, Kinds of Kindness, so he truly understands the assignment. Pro number 8. The musical score is remarkable. It almost sounds like Bella's voice throughout the film. It had this childlike curiosity to it. I know that sounds pretentious, but what are you gonna do? This is the first film where Yorgos Lanthimos worked with a musician for an original score. He listened to Yaskin Fendrick's music and thought, you know what? This is my guy. This is the right guy to score my film. And also had him in one of the scenes. The scene where Bella dances around. He's the guy playing the music. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this film a 9 out of 10 because this film unfolds as an epic Greek odyssey, weaving together wonder, sex, Beauty and the Beast. It takes us all through a wonderful journey. You must watch this film. Just don't take your grandma with you though. Or the kids. Or your parents. Maybe not even a first date because it's just too risky. Way too much sex. I think I just made it enticing, didn't I? The film may be absurd, dark with a side of comedy, also dives into some profound questions of human existence, explores the joy of curiosity and the cost of love, or simply the human weakness of wanting what you cannot have. 2003 was a massive year of new releases from Martin Scorsese, Greta Gerwig, Wes Anderson, Christopher Nolan, David Fincher, but I think Yorgos Lanthimos' film stands out as front runner, overtaking the pack from behind in more ways than one. And that's my 2 cents. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end, and if this video brought you any value whatsoever, please like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate all of those. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.